Hey guys, it's Thursday, March 22nd, 2018, and I've been working on music for a few hours. Was late again to the session despite my best efforts. I skipped breakfast to get here on time, almost made it, but then got caught up talking to someone outside and just lost that first 30 minutes of the session, but jumped into the online class front, hit my art of music production class, and was working on my producer identity statement. Yesterday I was working on my artist identity statement, and it's, I think, important to have different identities for those things. And I had a really good realization, which is I have a lot of experience actually going end to end, all the way from concept through now to sales, which is really exciting. And yeah, I've got the knowledge. Now it's just about execution and putting in the time to do things really well, and you know, kicking butt. So that's what I'm doing. From there, I got in a little bit of reading on the recording studio design book, and that was the main takeaway from that was about subwoofer placement in non-ideal acoustic settings, which is interesting because you don't want the sub in the exact center of the room because that's going to aggravate the room modes, specific room modes, to a greater degree. What usually works better is offsetting the subwoofer from center, usually to the right a little bit, and what that does is it excites more of the room modes, but it excites them to a lesser degree, which means you have a theoretically more flat response across the entire spectrum instead of these big peaks and valleys where you're really blind, which I thought was really interesting and is just a great takeaway from that book. So really happy I'm investing in that knowledge right now. Every bit, every detail helps. From there, I actually had a friend performing a couple blocks away, so I walked over there to check out his performance. It was like 25 minutes, had a really nice conversation with him and his wife, and just a great old friend. And he's a really great piano player, and he's really pushing himself with some seriously heavy jazz training. And it was cool being there. My takeaway from the performance is it's when you're watching performers who aren't necessarily professionals, it's like sometimes they get caught up in the pretense. Even professionals, I was watching some YouTube videos and I see these guys who, like, they want to get their little lick in or do something fancy for the camera instead of just doing their fucking job, like just going up there and just delivering the message, the intent. It's not about playing a killer solo or some crazy fast notes or something like that. I mean, that's great, if that's your thing, but it's all about, like, what's your intent? Are you delivering on the intent? Are you delivering the message? Are you telling me something? Are you communicating with me? I think that's really the key, and that was just a great realization. I'll put that in my back pocket if and when I perform live ever again. We'll see what happens. But yeah, from there I just came back home and jumped on into editing yesterday's video, and then listened to the guitar takes from last night, and they were okay. They're just not good enough. They're just not good enough, guys. Like, they don't have... Some of them have a really good feel, but then I'll miss a note or two at the end. Maybe I should just comp them. I mean, I keep saying that at so many points in this record, but I know the answer is just more takes until I get that magic one that's not repeatable any other way. And yeah, I mean, that's how I used to do it, and that's how Stevie Wonder does it. So if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. So I'm just going to keep pushing myself, and I think it's all about that grind, all about hard work, just putting in the effort till the forces that be, the universe rewards you, and just refining my process constantly and deepening, the importance of that. I did get one good take tonight, so I'll listen back to that tomorrow, or sorry, Saturday. I'm off tomorrow, and just see if it's coming together. But overall, I can just tell I'm losing steam this month. The last couple weeks, I've just trying to get it in the groove, and just shooting myself in the foot left and right. And these whole last few months have been a bit of a struggle, but this past month has just been not good, and I'm just slipping. It's just plain and simple. I'm just straight up falling off, and I know exactly what I need to do to keep that from happening, and I'm just not doing it. And I'm ashamed. It's like, this is the most important thing in my life to me, and yet in the moment, I'm getting pulled off by just emotions. Emotions are making me weak, and that sucks, man. It's difficult to deal with pain. I don't think anyone wants to experience pain, but I just want to get better at dealing with that pain at the moment of just like, no, get to work. Put your butt in the chair and work. And there's just no substitute for that, guys. I mean, I just know that if I had put more hours into all of these parts over the past couple weeks, they'd be done. They'd already be done, you know. So I am pushing myself. You know, my food was not on point today. My sleep was better last night. That's a big deal, and that's a big improvement. So I was definitely out of it today, and wasn't the ideal environment for tracking. But you know, I want to be the type of person who delivers no matter what, even under the worst circumstances. And yeah, of course, we're not going to be capable of. Well, you know what? I want to be the type of person who can deliver something incredible regardless. And that takes a lot of preparation, you know, so that's where I'm at today. And I'm just pushing, 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 and I want to push way harder, man. So that's what I'm going to do. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys are out there grinding towards your goals, enjoying the process. That's what I'm out here doing. And I'm off tomorrow, but I'll see you guys on Saturday for more. And we're going to kill this thing. We're going to make it happen. See you guys then.